Hi, my name is James Cole. I am a travel photographer. So I travel to a lot of countries, India, Cuba, France, Germany, just about anywhere you can think of. I kind of got my start at becoming this sort of photographer because I kind of fell out of love of what I was doing previously was a lot of architecture and landscape and things like that. It began to lose meaning for me. So I kind of went on this journey of just trying to find something. So I took a trip with some friends out of New York to Cuba. I got there and I struggled because I was still applying what I've always done to Cuba. And I talked to one of my friends there and he said, well, James, he said, the only way you're going to get the meaning behind this trip is that you got to incorporate the people and the culture and the music. So it kind of led me to the journey that I'm on now, which is basically showing people from all over the world with very similar interests. I've learned that there's not many differences in places I travel outside of language barriers. So I try to go places and I stay for a while and I dive into the culture. So most photos that I take, I spend my time with these individuals so they get a chance to learn me and I get a chance to learn something about them. So that's kind of how I got me into the place that I am now. When I first started, I used to go trying to hunt for photographs. And when you do it that way, it becomes really, really difficult because in your mind, you think you're looking for something and that particular thing is not there. So, what do you do at that moment? So typically what I do is I walk the streets and I kind of wait for those moments to appear. So the number one thing when I photograph anybody, it is staged and it's not, because what I do is I find locations and I let the person that I'm photographing decide how they want to be presented. So I don't get involved with, turning your head this way, put your leg this way, because I'm not that. So a lot of times I'm dealing with professional dancers. They know exactly how they want to be presented. With the other stuff, those are just people that I run across in the streets while I'm walking. I want to photograph honesty, truth. I want to photograph exactly who they want to be. So I never instruct anybody. I don't need a smile. I don't need tears. Whatever you feel like your emotions are that day, that's what I want to photograph. There's a quote that says, the more I travel, the less I know, right? So unless you go to these places, you have no idea what the reality of it or what the truth of it is. So the biggest thing I've got out of travel, when you sit and talk to these people, we have the exact same wants and needs. Everybody wants a better life or, time with family and friends. I found that there's no different no matter where I go. The only difference is where we were placed to be born, who our parents were that influenced how we grew up. I talk about this a lot. Everybody in this world needs to understand that just because I look different doesn't make me different. Everybody has the same love of family, same love of food, same love of music. And that really should be what brings us all together. We're much more alike than we are different. We just sometimes don't want to believe that.